So this is a little build preview and showcase for Ulfar, whilst I'm currently working on getting the Pascal one up. So yeah, Ulfar got some buffs from launch for people that are returning to the game. He has some gear now, and he's very similar to Argenta, so he can often be overlooked for her because she normally gets priority on some of the heavier stuff because she's a little bit easier to use, and obviously her Cleansing Faith applies to everything that's Xeno, so she gets some big buffs because it doesn't quite work the way it says in the tooltip. However, Ulfar himself, he has some interesting things he can do. With loops, yeah, you can get almost infinite uses out of kicks with slicing symbol, but I wanted to show him without a bounty hunter loop to show what you could do, because they're slowly trying to fix stuff like that. But one thing you can do with Ulfar is you can give him the heavy weapons. Now that heavy weapons talents are fixed, he can do a lot of it. He can stack some really high agility and critical damage because of it. So, yeah, I thought I'd give a little bound, show off a little showcase. And obviously going up against the Dark Elder, they're pretty good for dodging. So you can see what you can do on here. I've also got degraded defense, so even on certain bosses, he can really help your allies stack up all their damage. One of the ways that I like to play him was with Confident Approach and Deadly Aim to get more damage in. So you can start off with like really like a 1 AP burst fire just to start building up stacks for him so you can get like his dodge really high. Being from Deathworld, Temp Wounds gives him 20 extra armor and dodge. So he can be really hard for the enemies to hit and deal with. The only problem he has is certain maps, his movement is trash, so you can't really move. But if you just keep building up his versatility stacks and you keep switching between his ranged and his melees, you can use his unique Astartes dagger that he starts with to basically build AP. So if I had that dagger on now, when I hit this guy, that would have generated 1 AP for me. So I essentially would have got that hit for free. He also has a cloak that gives him some AP when he uses his heroic action, and because of Entrench, you can always pass an overcharge turn to him. He can then immediately entrench, and then he'll get all that AP and movement when he next uses run and gun on his turn without taking the negative damage effects of overcharge. Oh cool, interrupt my turn and stop me firing, why don't you? That's annoying. Anyway. Again, yeah, if I had the knife here, that'd be basically a free kill. Like, because he's an Arch-militant, he's very good to just keep doing damage and keep moving. And that's basically what Arch-militant's for. They're really, really good multi-attackers and trash killers. Yeah, if you do a Pyromancer, you can do really, really high damage to, like, take out bosses and be a boss killer, because they have some insane bursts. But even as he is, he's just a really good hunter. Again, so once you get his heroic action with his bolt pistol, you can... So I'm using the chainsaw at the moment for damage, but I really should have had the knife on, because obviously I'd be generating AP. So essentially, each shot and knife hit from his heroic action would essentially be free. Oh. I think there was a little glitch there, it wasn't counting my attacks. Can I even shoot that enemy from here? It didn't say he was dodging anything. Yes, yes I can. So we'll use his little running gun to get in position. Now one of the downsides to Ulfar is obviously he doesn't have access to stims. Now if you want to do higher damage, his Astartes bolt stuff is actually better. You can invest into more of that side of stuff, and you can go for like his Storm Bolt or his Annihilating Bolter, and then you just drop the heavy gunner talents that I have on the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet will be linked below if you want to see this build before I do the actual build breakdown video. But this was more to show off like just everything you can really do with him. He's so good, and he's so easy to build up versatility stacks with. Like I'm already at 22 here. But yeah, look at that stats: 149 armor, 234% dodge. They're not hitting this man, and he's really chunky. Later on, I also take a cautious approach, so you can switch at the end. He's got stuff like tenacity, so he can't be stunned. He's just really, really good. I've also got Grenadier on here. I might as well just throw out a little grenade. flip. There are better grenades you have. That's just the one I had at the moment. But, yeah, no, he's essentially solo disencounter. The burning damage will actually kill those guys on their turn. Because I have an execution as well, so that's all going to get buffed. But, yeah, I'll just quickly finish them off rather than waste time. But, yeah, so if you're interested in seeing the Ulfar video, do subscribe, hang around, come have a look at that later. But yeah, I just wanted to show off some of the stuff I'm working on. I'm doing a Grimdark Unfair run, so I'm just refining a few of my last few builds, because I've done a few